Well, welcome to the reboot of what used to be called the Two Shots Podcast. Now it's going to be called Area 210 moving forward. And like I was saying, I wouldn't want to start this reboot any other way than with my good friend Jeff Garcia of Ken's Five, should I say. Ken's Five, San Antonio.
Wait a minute. That was probably the last time I was on.
I know, right? You were News 4. You're with
Yeah.
Ken's Five now, and you're also the host of the On Spurs podcast, which now has surpassed 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. So keep it going.
Yeah, keep it coming, man. Yeah. We passed 5,000. I've never been a numbers guy. I don't look at numbers. I don't ignore it. I don't care about that stuff. At least for me. I know that like you love looking at numbers and
analytics.
And it wasn't until I think it was Jimenez who brought it to my attention.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually on your show when he said like, he passed 5,000. I had to go back and check to see is that true? And sure, that's how I found it. But no, it's going to be back here. I know the revamp. What are we at? Area 210 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Joe and I, we go back to his Two Shots podcast day. I'm so used to saying that when you're a guest on Locked On Spurs. I say he's a Two Shots podcast. Yeah. So it took me a while to get used to saying Area 210 now.
Yeah.
So, but congratulations, by the way, rebrand. Hopefully everything goes well for you.
Yeah. Well, I took a year off of Two Shots because I was thinking, what do I want to do with it? You know?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Do I just do the Alamo City Sportscast?
Actually, I thought you were going to do that.
And do that?
Yeah, I thought you were.
But then I was like, no, man, everybody kept saying, you're going to keep talking Spurs, and then everybody wants to talk Spurs. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? I got to revamp the show and keep it going. So you're here to go ahead and kick that off.
By the way, the last time I was here, Joe, your studio did not look like this.
Oh, no, now it's finished.
You had a longer table.
Yeah.
It took up this area right here. You didn't have all this fancy lighting. So your studio is really gotten better. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I could never do this. Locked On. There's no way.
No room.
I could. I'm so bad. I had to have Ken's technicians.
Man.
They had to come to my apartment and
just to set you up.
Let's just assess what you need to do. And I literally told them, I said, okay, when y'all come back for the, whatever you got to do, fix this, put that up here, y'all gonna have to walk me like a little kid.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I remember you were offering me a router.
I'm going to give it to you right now.
Well, we had a joke about it. You said, Jeff, if you do it, it'll probably be 24 hours.
Yeah.
If Joe does it, it'll be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations. I hope everything goes well for you. Episode 1 of Area 210, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I'm glad to get back on the horse, start recording episodes. We're going to do this once a week. We're not going to do it every day. I know you do this every day. I don't have the time because I'm working, a lot. I don't even know how you find the time because you work a lot too.
Make it, man. You just make it. You make the time. You work. You know what the key is for me? You work with your guests.
Who needs sleep, Jeff?
Yeah, exactly. Who needs sleep? You work with your guests. If Joe Garcia says I'm not available till 9, then it's going to be 9. Then you just got to deal with it. So you just adjust your schedule, man. It's just about adjusting. That's it. Yeah.
So let me know, what are you doing right now with Locked On Spurs? I know that since the season is getting started, getting closer and closer and closer to starting, you went from once a week now to back to 5 days, right?
We went back to 5 a week now. 5 days. 5 days. During the weekend.
Yeah.
I always felt it's too soon. I always think that you need to wait till at least maybe a week before training camp. Or, you know what? I think the good start is media day.
Media
day, that's when you should do it.
Exactly.
No, Locked On Network, they like you're starting early. So back to 5 once a day. It's rough. But, again, you make it work. I think if a guest can't do video, like you told me many times ago, Jeff, I can't do video, then okay, fine. We just do audio only.
Yeah.
We just rock and roll with wherever we got. But as far as Locked On, though, it's going to look different. Joe, unfortunately, the nerd wall is going down soon.
No.
Oh, I can't. That breaks my heart. That's going to break my heart. Yeah, the nerd wall is coming down. It's going to look a little better. Like I said, Ken's 5 technicians have to come in and just assess the damage.
They looked and they said, damn.
No, one guy said, okay, obviously you got this video camera from Amazon that was on sale, and some third-party knockoff brand. I was like, what's the problem? It just does the thing. But no, I walk into Joe's studio, and apparently I'm on the deck of a Star Destroyer. Seriously. I mean, you got bells and whistles and computers and all this stuff here and box and everything. Yeah. Joe, you were like grad level, PhD level. I'm like kindergarten.
Yeah, there's a lot of tech here in the studio.
And that's an understatement. I mean, seriously, if y'all watching this show right now could just be in here right now, it's amazing. It's amazing what Joe's done in here.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to start kicking it off. We're going to talk about Spurs.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and ask the question.
Sure.
As the Spurs season draws near, what do Spurs fans look forward to the most? It's a trick question. Is it Spurs Media Day?
Question. All right.
Silver and black scrimmage?
Yeah.
Or the Spurs HEB commercials? Or is it choice C, all of the above?
Yeah, it's all of the above. Yeah. But you know what? I've been doing this for so long. You can get the rhythm of every season.
The pulse, right?
Yeah, you can get the pulse of it. It's everybody goes crazy for the HEB commercials. Who's gonna be that one fan or person that's gonna put it out there on social media? They're out already. Who's gonna be the first one to reveal the new jerseys, the city edition jerseys, the cord, and that's the rhythm. It's that. Then you go to training camp. Then you go into preseason. You know, then who gets cut, who gets waived. Even then, you can predict it. You can be well. So-and-so got waived by the Spurs. Are they going to play in Austin? You could pretty much say that phrase to almost anything that the Spurs do in training camp and preseason. But it's coming fast. You know. By the way, Joe, does NBA have an off season?
I don't think it does, man, because
it went by too fast.
It goes by too fast, and then you had the Olympics, right? So it seems like basketball didn't even take a break because we're watching the Olympics and we're watching Team USA, and then Spurs fans are watching France and Team Wemby over there, you know? And, I mean, that was a heck of a game, man. That was an entertaining game in itself. Watching Team France go against Team USA. Mm-hmm. I mean, Wemby, I felt bad for him because he played his heart out. Unfortunately, he just wasn't in the cards for him because Steph Curry went off. But either way, I was still rooting for Wemby, man.
Oh, yeah. I was rooting for Team USA.
Of course, but I was still rooting for Wemby.
You know, you just wish Wemby luck. And, you know, hey, hope you have a good game. But no, I was pulling for Team USA. But obviously, I think all Spurs fans were like, just don't fall. Don't get hurt. Injured. Don't get hurt. I mean, that was pretty much a big reason why Spurs fans are probably tuning in.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know, we got year 2 of Wemby. We'll see what CP3 and Harrison Barnes do. Devin Vassell, will he be the Robin in the Batman thing? Will the Spurs make an in-season trade? Yeah. Our guys on the bubble. Blake Wesley is one guy I think is on the bubble.
Stephon Castle. How's he going to look?
How's he going to look? Yeah. And, you know, what's going to happen with City Sissoko? I think he's the forgotten Spur right now.
There's not enough minutes to go around, dude.
And that's why, you know.
Casualty, you know.
Well, thank goodness the offseason is winding down, so we can get into all that and more. But
I was going to ask a question here for you. So Spurs Media Day is coming up.
Yep.
It's right around the corner. And this is a lot of the time of the year where Spurs fans get excited because they're salivating. They want information. They want to hear from the players. And it's like they haven't heard from them throughout the year. Right. But they want, Media Day is the day that they all get to talk to the media. And that's when they really ask them, how do you think the season's going to go? You know, what's going to happen? How have you been training in the off season? Like, what work have you been doing?
It's predictable.
And, you know, it's the same thing. But the thing is that fans love it. They love to just see the players come out and speak with the media, and they're just salivating.
And CP3 and his number 3 jersey.
Harrison Barnes.
Over already. Yeah. You know, he's going to wear it number 3.
Stephon Castle. They're excited to hear from him.
Yeah. And as much as you'll get the generic, you know, press conferences, the one that everybody can watch, what I look forward to is the Spurs will assign players to different outlets. So, like last year, they assigned me Doug McDermott. So I got the Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott came on Locked On Spurs.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that, like which player they're going to ask me or assign me to. So that's always cool. And then you know, one of the other highlights of Media Day is not necessarily the talk because people almost predict what they're going to say. Pop's going to say, "Well, everybody comes into camp, yay!" And that's across the NBA. Everybody's raring to go. Everybody's going to win the title. You know, you can hear that coming. You can hear Wemby talking about his summer. You know, you can already hear CP3 and Ingram getting the questions. How's it being a Spur now? You know, stuff like that. And looking at the young roster, you can predict it already.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is when they're done is seeing them go to their media stations.
Yeah.
Like the different photos, you'll hear Wemby, you know, just screaming his head off out of nowhere. It'll be Popovich on the conference table. Then also you hear this tremendous scream. You're like, what happened? Did somebody fall and hurt themselves? You turn around and they're doing like promos.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, those promos that they play during the games where they show them like dribbling the ball and spinning their finger and, you know, stuff. That's where they do it. So just to see all that, and that's pretty cool. And, but yeah, I think, you know, there's nothing going to top the Wemby Media Day. That thing was packed with people. This just will probably be packed, you know, not as much. But I think what the real focus is now is like, I want to say the honeymoon period's over, but okay, Wemby, we know you're good. We give you, the Spurs gave you, you know, a lot of leash last year to see what you can do, how we can adjust you. I think it's showtime. I think they got to get the showtime now. Showtime being W's.
Yeah, putting up the wins. Yeah. You know, and the other thing is beyond the media day, the other part of that is the silver and black scrimmage that's held annually now. They had taken a hiatus for a couple of years.
Yeah, they went to Uvalde, right? That one year.
Yeah, they went to Uvalde.
They took it over there, rightfully so.
And it was during like the COVID and all that, which they really weren't doing anything. And they brought it back this last season because of Wemby, of course. And one of the cool things that they did with the silver and black scrimmage that I liked is if you were a season ticket holder, they had this thing called the Spurs garage sale, right? So they had a whole bunch of stuff that they're just trying to get rid of from last year, medals and posters and all that from Spurs that have moved on already. And they have everything discounted. Like you can buy Spurs medals that were like 30 or 40 bucks, $3, $1 or something, you know? And I was buying stuff, shirts, things like that to give away and all that and keep some of the stuff. And I thought that was cool to have that for the fan base. You know, and if you were a Spurs season ticket holder, you got to go in there first before everybody else and kind of get the good stuff. And then whatever's left, everybody else got it. But it was a cool little area that they had. They were had the Spurs media there, and they were kind of like filming as fans were coming in. I made the big screen because I had made that shirt that says Vamos Wemby.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So everybody was like, hey, we saw you on TV. I was like, hey, that's cool. I took my niece. This was the first time that she's ever experienced this kind of atmosphere. She's never been to a Spurs game before. And she went there, and I had made a matching shirt with her, right? So the Spurs media were taking pictures of her, too. And then all of a sudden she's walking, and then who comes up behind her and puts their arm around her?
Who?
The Spurs Coyote.
Oh, get out.
And she was like so excited and happy, you know, and they took a picture and they put it up there on the Spurs media and stuff. And it's cool to form little like, you know, memories like that with family. And I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a while. We reconnect and talk, catch up, because it's really like a family dynamic. And this is all happening before the silver and black scrimmage. So it's kind of like a family reunion, catching up with everybody. How you been? All that. And then we finally sit down, and I was telling her, okay, the player that everybody wants to see is going to be Victor Wembanyama. She's like, who's that? I'm like, he's the tallest guy on the court.
You can't miss him.
And he comes out walking, and she's like, oh my God, look at how tall he is. So she had a good time, and I had a good time watching Victor Wembanyama warm up. Even before the game, he was throwing the ball between his legs and dunking and doing some stuff, and the fans are getting all crazy. But this is a big deal because a lot of these fans, they can't afford to go to games because the ticket prices are so crazy nowadays. And I like that they do the silver and black scrimmage just for the regular old fan base. Whether you are a season ticket holder or just a fan, you have the same opportunity to come in here and watch the team play. And to me, that screams puro San Antonio. And it's all about the raza, you know, having them come in and then just enjoy it and be able to sit down courtside and watch the players play with their families. You see all the kids, and it's a big how to do. And I'm glad that we have that resurgence again of the silver and black scrimmage because it means so much to the fan base. I'm glad you're here now to experience this, because so you're going to see the same thing. I don't know if you saw the last silver and black scrimmage.
I did, yeah.
Hey, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, they stream it, right? Like you can't.
They stream it, but being there, like with the fans, is different. You know,
I'm looking forward to it just to see. You know, really for me, you know, I know Wemby's going to be good, but I'm looking forward to looking at how Castle's going to look.
Yeah,
is Ingram going to push Sissoko? You know, for some minutes on that roster. I'm also looking at CP3. How's he going to blend in? I'd love to hear how he interacts with the guys on the bench. You know, if he's getting on guys, if he's saying like, hey, Blake Wesley, you know, what'd you do? You missed that assignment or something. Just to see
what they're going to do.
The first steps of seasons 2 of Wemby and how it takes off. But so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, because they do it during the preseason or before the preseason?
They do it before the preseason starts because it's like they have media day. And then you know that they announce it like a week later or something like that, or during that same week and near the end. Oh, silver and black scrimmage. And you have to sign up for your tickets, and because they're trying to control how you get your tickets and how many people are coming and that kind of stuff. But I mean, whether you get your tickets or you get your reservations or whatever, everybody still has like they get 2 or 3 tickets. So it's one person, and you get to take a family member or something. It's a lot of fun, man.
It's free though.
It's free.
Okay, it's free.
It's free and open to the public. And the thing is that people line up like hours before. And I'm like, you don't need to do that, but they're so excited. So I understand, and they're in line talking with their fellow Spurs fans and stuff. And it's a lot of fun to see that energy.
What I don't mean to cut you off, but one thing Spurs fans can look forward to, and I have an article about this on kens5.com/Spurs, is the revamped Frostbank Center fan shop.
Okay.
I've seen it. I think it's already public already. The redesign. It looks like you took over, like this tech everywhere.
Nice.
Like. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that looks as
well. Modern.
Very modern. Yeah, I've seen it. And then, of course, they're opening up another fan shop at the Victory Performance Capital Center.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That too, yes.
The Rock. They have, the Rock, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff to look forward to next season, whether it be you're looking for gear and new jerseys, City Edition jerseys. I don't think you have to buy a City Edition jersey. You just got to recycle the last one, right?
Yeah, I still have mine. I have mine inside the Spurs fan box. Yeah. Remember when they were giving those out?
I remember that.
I still have mine.
I have they sent me a Spurs fan box with Josh Primo's jersey.
Oh,
I still have it.
Tíralo, man.
I still have it. Yeah.
No.
And then looking forward to that. They'll probably do that again. I think they did it last year too.
Hey, I know you're not going to be wearing that Primo jersey anytime soon.
No. It's so funny you mentioned him because every time I write articles for Ken's 5 and I need a Ken's 5 photo of whoever, Popovich.
Yeah.
I'll see some with Pop and
Primo, bro. No.
Like to be used. I'm like, can't use that one. Can't use that one. But nevertheless, no. So yeah, the season right around the corner. Looking forward to it. So again, and then fans can look forward to Area 210.
Area 210. You're
going to be covering the Spurs as well.
So one of the things that we are looking forward to as fans is the HEB commercials, and everybody. It's how to do with that as well. What they're going to do with the castle. What are they going to do with Victor Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson? Is Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes going to make an appearance in there? It's always, the lead up to it. And then they always don't premiere all the commercials all at once. They have one maybe during a preseason game.
They'll say one in preseason, and one you got to be in the arena to see it. And then one is online only. I remember when they weren't a big deal. Remember when it was no big deal back in the Tim Duncan era?
That's when they were winning championships.
Nobody really cared about that. But as they gained popularity, better. I still think the old ones are better with Brent Barry and Tim Duncan and Bruce Bowen.
I like the one with Kawhi, man. Indubitably.
Indubitably. And then I think was it Tim Duncan acting like a jazz, like a Jamaican?
Oh yeah,
there was one of them was playing the bongos or something like that.
Yeah,
or was it Brent Barry? I don't remember. One of them was.
And then they had Manu being the Zen master. And that was when they were in the old practice facility in that little backyard that they had. Yeah. The funny thing is, I remember one time I was out there because I had hurt my thumb, right? Yeah. I had to get stitches and whatnot. So I go out there to the doctor. He's in sports medicine, right?
That's right. He's in that area.
And I'm right there, and I'm up there, way up there, like 10th floor, what have you. And the doctor's there taking out these stitches, and I turn around like that, because I'm like, that hurts. Yeah, and as I look out the window, what do I see? The Spurs and HEB there doing the commercials. You can see everything from up there. So I was like, oh, yeah, take your time, doc,
Yeah, take your time. Give me my cell phone. Let's take some pictures.
Yeah, no, man. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. They're doing their thing in the backyard. Leave them alone. I think I did take a picture or two, but it's just, for my memories. I'm not going to put it out on social media for likes or whatever. I don't care, Yeah. I'm beyond that. We're old already, dude. It's like, if we get likes, you get likes. You're just not. Oh,
I can tell you, I don't look at numbers.
Exactly. So exactly. You don't look at numbers. Yeah. We just put stuff out there. If it sticks, it sticks.
Yeah, so that's if it sticks, it doesn't. If it works, great. If it doesn't, move on.
Exactly. The days of being number one now, being the first to it, I don't really care. Yeah. Those are gone.
I still have that competitive streak in me. It'll pop up every once in a while. But during the regular season, everybody sees the same interviews. Everybody
exactly, man.
Y'all probably heard me on TV talking to Pop or Wemby, during the generic post-game conferences.
Yeah.
So, but looking forward to it. And here we go again, man.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you a question now as we transition into our next segment. All the talk is about Wemby, right? In year two. And we've seen the Shaq comments and some of the other players and now they don't really think much of Wemby. He's overrated. We've heard all the stuff that some of the haters like to say. we as Spurs fans, we know what we have here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the league knows what we have here. Victor Wembanyama is going to be that, I think, generational talent.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be the next NBA superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You can already see that at the end of the season, last season.
Mm-hmm.
He was dominating games already.
Yeah.
He's got off to a little start that was a little rough because he is getting used to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But once he got his feet under him, he got used to the speed, he got his rhythm. He was off to the races.
Mm-hmm.
Year 2 of Wemby. We saw the worst version of Wemby in year 1.
Oh, year 1.
And that was pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see Wemby come back in year 2, and we've seen him and what he's able to do over there with France and competing in the Olympics.
Let's not forget, too, he told a French outlet that he gained about 4 to 6 pounds
of muscle.
I mean, still not enough, but hey, that's a start. You know, hopefully that'll help him in year 2.
Yeah, so the question is, how long till Wemby is the best player in the league?
Ooh, I'm gonna shoot for year 3.
You think so?
I think it'll be year 3, yeah.
That soon?
Yeah. I think it'll be year 3, yeah, because here's the other thing too. Yeah, I do believe he will be that guy for the league next in year 3.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm interested in seeing is he's gonna go through one big change in his NBA career.
Yeah.
And that is Pop retirement.
Oh yeah, dude.
I want to see how that is handled.
You know what? I'm glad we don't have Jimenez here.
Oh, Jimenez.
Oh my God, dude!
Years ago, what's he doing? He would have brought up. Let me guess. His record since 2017. A list that has
five losing seasons.
A list that has him out of the top 10, and rightfully so, according to Jimenez. And
oldest coach in the NBA.
Oldest coach in the NBA. Yeah, you can pretty much predict exactly everything he's going to go through. But regardless, so I think that's going to be interesting to see how not only just Wemby, but the Spurs in general transition to that, because that'll be Wemby's first coaching change in the NBA. But as far as him individually, year 3, I think he'll be it. You know, he's gonna gain more muscle. He's going to gain a lot more IQ and muscle as well throughout the season upcoming. He's going to have a bigger target on his back, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You thought last year's target was big. This was going to be bigger. But he has weapons now. He got Harrison Barnes. He got CP3. It's going to be Lob City version 2.0 in San Antonio. Yeah, 10 lobs a game. Throw it up there, CP3. Pick and roll with Wemby is going to be awesome to see.
How do you think he's going to be dominating the league? Is it going to be because of not only his defense,
but
because
Shaq,
of his
he's
offense?
Not going to dominate because he doesn't stay inside.
My God, dude!
Oh, you saw it. You read it. Yeah.
Wemby is not that bulldozer of a guy, and that Shaq is a big man from a bygone era. Things have changed. You gotta kind of be able to go ahead and move forward with the future of what the NBA has become.
Yeah,
he's living in the past. It's like the future is now, old man. Mm-hmm. You know, Wemby is going to be that guy. I don't doubt that. I think that he's going to dominate the league, and I have no doubt he's going to be an NBA All-Star. But I think he's going to be that dominant force. I think personally in year 4, I think we're going to see greatness already. But unstoppable Wemby.
You got year 4 Wemby.
Year 4 Wemby. I think he's going to be unstoppable, man. I think the guy is just going to propel his game into the stratosphere. I think he's going to bring everything together. He's going to have that really great jump shot that he can knock down threes, that will be able to just score from anywhere on the court and be a dominant force on the defensive end. I see multiple defensive players of the year, and also possibly even multiple MVPs in his future.
Oh, for sure. And he better be dominating the DPOI from next moving forward. You know, I was looking at some of the stats of Wemby last year before I came in, and obviously glowing, great, this and that, dunk rim. Yes. We know that. But there are areas of his game that still need improvement, and they were pretty bad. Turnovers, he got real turnover happy at times. And I get it, just the NBA, team swarming him, sure. But still, learn to control that. Shot making decisions, when to take the shot. I think that'll be fixed. But one thing interesting was his field goal percentage wasn't that great, especially. Well, let me rephrase that. When I'm coming off the like catch and shoots, like unguarded or guarded, like he tends to struggle in that area. So if teams are going to scheme about them, they're going to be, just get them moving and force them to take a jump shot. So, I mean, there's areas of improvement. Overall, those are correctable. It's not like we're down to, it's not like this is Kwame Brown or, Anthony Bennett or something like that. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think one of the things that he needs to put in his arsenal, his offensive arsenal, is you're the tallest guy out there on the court.
Yeah.
At any given time.
Use it.
use that to your advantage. If you get that ball and you can knock down consistent jumpers, he can do this Dirk Nowitzki-esque fadeaway.
What about Embiid? Do you think Embiid will drop a 70 burger on him like he did last year?
Embiid will get in foul trouble if Wemby's his offensive game gets elevated. Because Embiid, he's a big guy, but he's slow, compared to Wemby. Wemby is quick on his feet, man. I've seen it firsthand. But if he can develop that fadeaway jumper, who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
You can't get way up there to block that ball.
I think you can stop him. Right?
Oh, no, definitely not.
Come on, Joe. You have hops. I hear you have hops.
That's Mike, man. He says he's sneaky athletic. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sneaky athletic. Yeah. That's what he says.
But you got hops though, right?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Okay. I'm not even going to lie.
Go your point. Yeah. And that's where Chris Paul comes in.
Yeah.
Pick and roll, just lob it over the defender and you're good. But looking at Chris Paul though, but then who's going to, obviously Trey Jones is going to back him up. Steph Castle's going to get some run at point guard and guard. Remember, he's not just a point guard.
Yeah.
He can even push the three spot. But the guy I think is out of the mix right now is Blake Wesley, man.
What? Really?
Yeah, man. He ain't going to get more minutes than CP3. He ain't going to overtake Trey Jones for that backup guard.
And people like him.
Steph Castle, although is a rookie in comparison to Wesley, but Castle has something on Wesley that Wesley doesn't have. That's defense.
And Sissoko, too.
Loves that defense.
Sissoko's not going to see a lot of minutes.
Yeah. He could be a guy on the bubble.
What about Mamu? Mamu's a fan favorite, man. I love me some Mamu, and I like to see him out there with Wemby. But, again, casualty of minutes.
Yeah, casualty of minutes. Yeah, another casualty of minutes, too, is they mentioned Wesley. He was getting good minutes last year.
Yeah.
He's probably going to take a hit. What about Ingram? Whose minutes does he take? Keldon's, Sohan's, not Vassell's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but
maybe your favorite player is Zach Collins.
Oh, no, man.
Hey, Joe, how come you don't have any cameras putting your Zach Collins jersey? You have it hanging up?
No, I have no. I promise you.
He does. He has one.
I promise you. I have no Collins stuff. And Jeff's lying because over here I have nothing but
he gets into
I have nothing but Keldon Johnson, the Mustang.
Everybody, he does not have his.
No, but I'm saying I have Keldon Johnson, the Mustang. I have my little table right here next to me, and it has all the bobbleheads and my Tim Duncan Funko Pop. I got the great George Gervin, Victor Wembanyama Funko Pop there. I got to represent.
Collins Funko Pop. I see.
No, you know what? They haven't made one of him yet, and they never will. They never will. You know what? If they do, it's just gonna be that little poo emoji.
Yeah,
that's pretty much his game, dude. He's a great guy. I have nothing against him.
He's a great interview too. He'll tell you.
And I appreciate what he did, because he went to the hospital where my wife works at, Methodist, and he went out there and he was talking to the kids and all that, and does great stuff for the community. Great guy. I just don't care for his game. Yeah. That's it. Other than that, he's a great individual. Love the guy as a person. Just don't care for the game.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say we're going to transition here. And we're going to talk about something else here on the docket here. And it's going to be talking about fan reaction to the City Edition Jersey League.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of poo,
you told me this is airing on Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about this as well on today's when you air it, Monday's Locked On Spurs. So I want to hear what you have to say,
Jeff,
about it.
We saw these tired, old, run-out jerseys, right? It looks like a bad Western, right? Western font. It's from a bygone era from the 60s. I'm not a fan of it.
Are you talking about the alleged ones?
The first ones that came out, right? The retro ones, celebrating, what was it? The Hemisphere, the World's Fair that was done in 1968, something like that. All right, cool. It was a big thing for San Antonio back then. That's how they had the Institute of Texas Culture, one of the oldest buildings out there still left standing, and the Tower of Americas, for now. And Tower of Americas. Okay, it's part of history. Great. I appreciate that. You rolled out these Bill Miller looking colors. You should have just put Bill Miller's on it anyway. It would look better.
You might get sued, Joe.
It might be better,
You might get sued.
Shout out to you, Bear County. Appreciate you, brother. And I just thought it was bad.
I'm sorry. No. Bill Miller's didn't sue. It was Fred's Fish.
Yeah, but still, I mean, shout out because all of these guys were just cranking out these jerseys. Great ideas.
Sorry, Bill Miller. It wasn't you. I know that.
But it was just bad. And then they released the City Edition jersey. You could do so much with the City Edition jersey, right? I was telling you, hey, man, do it in a Dia de los Muertos or, do it.
I mentioned to you, just bring out the white alt AVA jersey.
Do something.
That would have been great.
Anything, man. And put the city in there somehow, represent. Do something, it doesn't always have to be Fiesta color. I get that, but there's so many other things you can do. So many creative people that we have in this city, designers, artists, you name it. Put it out to the fan base. Let them go ahead and have a hand in designing these jerseys. Nothing, Jeff.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Instead of giving the fans something to get excited about, they go, you know what? We're going to roll the same exact design out again.
Yeah. Well, let's be very clear. These are alleged,
Oh, come on.
I know. Well, I'm just trying to CYA you, Joe. That's all. I'm trying to CYA. And also the Spurs nor the NBA have announced any official statement regarding the new City Edition jersey for the Spurs. Okay, there's your disclaimer, everybody.
But we know. We know.
Yeah, exactly. And the only thing that makes me have a little bit of hesitation why I think it could be like a juke, like a ruse, is because usually City Edition jerseys match the NBA Cup court.
Okay. And we saw the court.
And we already know what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Because the leak came from NBA 2K25. Now, what makes it different? Why am I more sure about that than the jerseys? NBA 2K25 mirrors the NBA. Whatever happens in the NBA is going to happen in the court. I mean, in the game. So, for example, recent history. NBA 2K25 accidentally put out there that, Keldon Johnson's wearing 0 and CP3 is 3. And that was true.
Yeah.
These jerseys, although, yes, they're 90% probably that's what they're going to look like. But the only thing that makes me pause is if they do a juke move and be like, suckers, here are the real ones, now they're going to match.
The Spurs ain't that smart, dude.
But right now, the jerseys, was there some fine tuning to it? Yes, there was some fine tuning. They added a little bit more color on the collar, and the font is a little different, a little bit more color. But as of now, it's basically the same. So don't go spending your money, on a new jersey. Just wear last year's. But another thing,
$200 for a jersey is a lot to pay for that.
Show my cell phone because I don't want to.
Yeah.
But, I'm talking about the City Edition jersey with one of my sources, and all they told me was exciting changes.
Okay. So exciting changes. I know that it's probably not going to be Fiesta colored, but if they do traditional like silver and black, I'm fine with that. I like the old font, the George Gervin days, where it had San Antonio, on the front of the jersey. I thought that was classy. That was classy. I like that. If you're going to do that as the City Edition, I would be fine with it because the San Antonio Spurs in their jerseys have always been traditionally silver and black or white, or they use the gray uni as an alternate, and that was cool. They never had a Fiesta color inside on the jersey itself until recently. 2 years ago, It was just on the warm-ups. We're being honest. That was it. Just the warm-ups. So they want to keep with tradition. Okay, I get it. But the fan base is clamoring for something different. But if it was just a classy silver and black, that's great. But I don't care for the logo on the court that they had in that NBA 2K25.
This year's
the edition. The what do you call it? The tourney.
Wait, what are you talking about? The City Edition jerseys or the court?
The court. I'm saying. So the court. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if the jerseys match the court. That's what I'm saying. But I don't like the logo that's on the court currently for the tourney. The in-season tournament.
Like that gold cup?
I like the gold cup, but I didn't care for the outline that says like Texas.
Oh, I had no problem with
it. It had Texas, and then it had the spur on there.
No, but that's their alt logo. That's one of their
I understand that. I don't like it. You know why I don't like it? Because that spur seems like it's moved a little bit further away from San Antonio, and it's focused on nothing but Austin. Bro, come on, man.
From my point of view, it looked like it was covering San Antonio.
No, they moved it. It's not even on San Antonio. That's over there by Austin.
Well, remember the way the leak came out, it was not clear. It was because somebody took a picture like on their cell phone.
I get that.
So there's that. But no, I had no problem with that alt logo being used as a kind of a silhouette on the.
Remember the ugly one that they had that said SA in that ugly font?
You know what? I have if y'all watch Lockdown Spurs, obviously the nerd wall dominates.
Yeah.
But my splash of Spurs is the cap that I wear is that logo. That's what's on my cap.
That's an ugly logo.
Well, now everybody's gonna know now, but nobody's ever said anything. I've been waiting for the one person to be like, is that that one alt logo that they never ever used?
Never used it.
Yeah. And nobody's caught on to that. So, but now y'all gonna catch on to it. So there you have it.
I haven't been a fan of it, but hopefully this is just a tease. This isn't correct.
I got something for you.
Okay.
What if the alt jersey, City Edition jersey for this year was, hey, a throwback to the camo jersey?
Oh, no, man.
You think Spurs fans would be more accepting of the camo jersey making a return or a recycled job with last year's City Edition jerseys brought back again?
They wouldn't like either one. I can tell you.
What would be pick your poison?
No, man.
You gotta pick one.
I'd pick anything, dude.
I would pick the camo.
I wouldn't like the camo. I don't like the other one. You know what I would do? I'd pick option 3, and that's go to Trader's Village or something and just go pick up a bootleg.
Hey, go to Ross.
There you go.
Go to Ross. Go to the kids section, the athletic section, and there's probably a jersey in there.
Man, I don't know, man. But the jerseys need to be a little bit.
Go to Southwest Military Drive and just go there.
When it was in its heyday and in the golden era of San Antonio Spurs basketball, when they're winning championships,
it was everywhere.
Either down Marbach or going up and down Military Drive is where it was at, Jeff. Can you imagine what would happen now in today's NBA? Because now they like to go ahead and sue people. But back then we had our Selena T-shirts.
Nobody cared.
We had Big Papa. Remember Popovich?
Oh, right.
You remember? We had everything,
Spider,
dude.
Tony Parker?
Oh,
Spider-Man,
yeah.
Tony Parker?
Obi-Wan Ginobili. Remember?
You remember, wasn't there one? Okay, the Obi-Wan Ginobili, he was like screaming or something.
Yeah, and he was in the Jedi garb. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when Dennis Rodman was here. They had.
Oh, the Demolition Man.
No, they had Let's Get Solid.
Oh, yeah.
And they had knockoff T-shirts of Let's Get Solid up and down the south side. Everybody, Joe spiked my drink with something.
Oh, no, I spiked my drink. I'm not going to lie, dude. There's the Bucky cup here, the one that I'm using. You know what I put in this one?
Milk?
No. Before you came, I had into the studio here, I had put some lemonade, right?
Yeah.
Strawberry lemonade, and I spiked it with some El Patron Blanco.
Look at you, Joe.
Man, that's just...
Joe, do we need an intervention?
Good,
do we need an intervention?
I'm good, man.
Do I have to give you pamphlets that say, this, you can overcome this problem?
If you open up the beer fridge there, I can tell you it's fully stocked with everything you can think
do I
of.
have an intervention, Joe? Just
kidding. No. You open that beer fridge, man. I have nothing but beer in there, and I have a whole bunch of like whiskey,
now you tell me there's a beer
scotch. What do you want? Do you want some tequila?
Not right
now.
Everything. You and I live far apart.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying it's in there. It's in there. I'll show you afterwards, man.
I like my job at Ken's. I don't want to lose it for something I could control.
You can pull a Justin Timberlake.
Man, no, I cannot afford that. Think about that. How much I have to kind of almost be crossing my T's and dotting my I's.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
5, and then we're going to talk about it later. I know you're bringing up Big Texas. Imagine the host of that.
Yeah.
I got to keep cool.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw the reaction to the Spurs fans and what they thought of the jersey. They didn't think much of it.
Can I bring us up? So
sure.
They'll see preview Lockdown Spurs at when Joe's airing this one, everybody at the same time, me and yourself. But the point is, we brought a fan on. Their reaction, and they went like this. The first reaction was this. They didn't say a word. They just went thumbs down.
I bet
thumbs down. They said no, and their guest was actually trying to make a case like maybe, and they brought up the collar. Okay, there's a little bit more color on the collar.
No,
and they were at that point we were just reaching for something to justify. But again, the alleged leak, Joe. I don't want the Spurs knock on your door.
No, I don't care. I don't even ask for media credentials because I know they hear what we say on the Alamo City Sportscast. It's already been known that the Spurs know what we're saying about them, and I don't care.
You're messing with me or being serious?
I'm being dead serious with you, man. Because Zach Collins, I've been told that he knows that I call him Booty Crumbs.
Really?
He knows this firsthand. He knows. They know what we're saying. When they listen to the Alamo City Sportscast, they listen to the Locked On Spurs podcast.
I know that.
They hear what we're saying.
I know they do that because they wouldn't let me have the freaking vice president of the Spurs come on and talk about stuff that's going on.
But I'm not trying to get in the good graces of the Spurs. I'm talking like it is, man.
Are you a rebel?
Yeah, I don't care anymore. Like I don't care anymore.
Joe, you're pretty tough.
No, I don't care.
That says I am tough.
No, the thing is like I don't care. I'm just gonna say what I want. I'm not gonna try to appease the masses or appease the Spurs in the front office. Please get me media credentials. I could care less. I'd rather go to the game, sit down as a fan, have my beer, and enjoy the game.
And also, too, in today's world, like they make the interviews very readily available.
It's like, what are we gonna do? Stand on the side right there?
Well, no, I'm saying they make just the NBA in general.
Oh, you're not gonna interview the players or Coach Pop unless you're the other side of the media.
Yeah.
If you're just like a blogger or something, you're probably not going to get in unless you work for a big outlet. And then even at that, you're going to go to the media section. And you're going to be delegated to the standing next to the wall, standing near the wall in that little tiny area. And that's all you get. Because after the game, you're done.
Yeah, well, they allow certain media to go into the locker room now.
Only certain.
Thankfully, I'm allowed to go in. So, but even then, it's there may be maybe 3 guys at most that are available, and you got to wait till they're done taking care of themselves and massage. They do either they're at a massage, working out. Some of them will throw a lift. Yeah, throw a lift in the gym, or take a shower, or tending to personal issues they got to take care of, and then
they're available.
They're available. And even then, the media that comes in. So, for example, Sissoko, we're talking about him.
Yeah.
So once he's done, they'll say, okay, he's available, and then we all go to Sissoko. But they've been okay. They start the season. I think they let me have a one-on-one with City Sissoko. I think I spoke to Blake Wesley, Trey Jones. So they're okay. They'll work with you, but you can't push it too much.
I got you, man. So what we're going to talk about now is something that I want to get into because this made me happy.
What's up?
We're going to talk about Keldon Johnson's new kicks.
Yes.
And that looks good because you know why? It's a harken back to the Fiesta colors. Thought it was very well done.
Yeah.
He has a brand of shoe that's not really available here in the States. It's hard to get to.
Yeah, they're called I know I kind of pronounce it. It's almost like you're saying Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Sheldon. It's called Sheldon. Okay.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, about 2017. No, I'm sorry. That's way too slow. The point is, it was either Keldon's rookie or sophomore season. He signed on with a Chinese shoe company.
Footwear.
Football called Sheldon. That's how I remember because it sounds like Jordan, but you say Sheldon. And which is not uncommon. Joker. Nicola, he's with a Chinese shoe company.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, he's with a Chinese shoe company. Anta. Dante DiVincenzo is with a Chinese company. Remember Jeremy Lin?
Yeah.
He signed a shoe company. So it's not
uncommon.
It's not uncommon. So first of all, get that out of your head, everybody. It's not a lot of NBA. I mean, Joker does it. That's a big star.
I'm just saying that the shoe's just hard to get here in the States.
Yeah, unless you go to third-party sites.
Exactly.
Third-party
sites. Or you can
sites.
go to their website, I think, and order, but they sell out quick because of all the bots and everything.
Yeah, the bots and everything. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because last Friday, I almost broke the news. A lot of people were like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Yeah.
That there's an upcoming release of a new colorway design, and Sheldon has Keldon Johnson's. They call them the Rise shoes. RISE.
Oh, nice.
And last year was 1.5. And I had a picture of what a 1.5 Rise Keldon Johnson Sheldon shoe looked like.
Yeah.
That looks cool. I got myself a pair of those. Those are awesome. And that is like all black sneaker with just like, remember the black Spurs jerseys that they had with the Fiesta colors?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Think that, but on a shoe.
Oh, that's nice.
So I remember I got myself one of those quick. But this year's, the 2.0s, they're not out yet.
They're coming.
They're coming. But they look sick. They have one in the Fiesta colorway. Yeah. And they have I put a picture on kensfi.com/Spurs of Keldon wearing them.
Yeah.
And then they have one, I think the other one is like a predominantly white with black and red trim on it. And it looks like they have there's like a big Q.
Yeah.
Like a big
that symbol.
The logo for the Sheldon. So it's like a kind of a Q that comes around like this. And then they have one that's predominantly orange and yellow. Joe, do you have it? I mean, can you pull it up, or do you need me to do it over here on my computer?
Yeah, I can probably pull that up.
You want me to do it?
I'll look right now.
I can do it here if you need me to.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go.
Joe, if I touch this computer, it'll blow up. So I'll let you do it.
It'll blow up.
But the point is, as Joe's looking that up, they can be a little expensive because not only are you paying for the shoe, you're also paying for that shipping cost from China to the United States.
So here we go. We'll go ahead and show it on screen right now.
To show it here.
There you are.
There they are. Yeah, I love that little Q-looking swooshy thingy.
Yeah, this one right here.
That looks cool. Yeah, look at that. Now, if you scroll all the way down, Joe, you'll see the 1.5s, which I
like that.
Those
are
nice.
Those are nice.
Those are nice. But if you keep on scrolling, keep on going. These are last year's. Look at that. Oh, yeah,
those are nice, dude.
Look at that. Yeah, I got myself a pair of those. I had to, man. See, I like that.
Yeah, but you can't be walking around the streets of San Antonio with this during this hot summer day, man. It's gonna melt on you.
Dude, I would wear them to the Spurs game.
Okay, to the Spurs game,
Spurs
but
game
like walking on pavement and stuff, like going around downtown or a sidewalk.
Those so those are the 1.5s.
Yeah,
and they're called the Rise series. So, and and they've actually released a bunch of his signature shoes.
Yeah,
and he wears a lot of. There's one, literally, Joe, that's designed after a taco. I'm not kidding.
A taco?
It has like taco colors on it, and they have one that paid homage to him in Kentucky.
Yeah,
it has like the blue and white colorway, and then they have another one that oh my goodness, that paid homage to his video gaming.
Oh, okay.
They have like pixels on it, like it's purple and black, and it has like little pixels on it, and on the shoe it's a pixelated Keldon Johnson like character that's on the shoe.
Yeah,
and then inside in the sole it's like a Tetris bricks.
That's sweet, dude.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna get myself a pair when they do drop, but they haven't dropped yet. I'm hoping they drop soon, because when I bought some of his shoes using the third-party sites and having to ship from China, it takes a while. You ain't gonna get them in a couple of days.
Yeah,
you got to wait like 2 to 3 weeks.
That costs some coin too, man.
And it costs some coin. Basically, Joe, I have to borrow money from you, take a loan out.
Yeah. No, you're the money bags, bro.
No, I'm not. I knew you were gonna go
Look at that. Those are those ugly jerseys, bro. Come on, man.
Seriously, I mean, do you have to even buy a new one?
No,
just recycle
nasty,
the one
dude.
you got.
Those are nasty, dude. Throw them in the garbage.
Look at that.
Throw them in the garbage. They need to go ahead and bust out the Fiesta colors. Give the fans what they want. This ain't it, man.
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
But I read from my source, they said all I said was exciting changes. That's all they said.
I hope so. We hope we get some exciting changes.
Look, like at the end of the day, I think that leak of the jersey is probably true. But we'll see. They could throw out a third alt jersey. They could. I mean, it looks like they're bringing the Serape one back.
I hope they do.
The statement one.
Do you see Bear County Social Apparel did a rendition?
Yeah,
that one looked nice, man.
That looked nice, yeah.
Really
but
nice.
I like your idea of like just opening it up to the fans.
Yes.
Like just open it to the fans. They're like, okay, what do you got? What did Bear County? Mike Byatt, what do you got? Joe Garcia, what do you got? I know you got some skill with graphics and everything. And then they have contests for drawings. The artwork, why not with jersey? I think that would be a great idea.
It'd be great, just like they do the Fiesta posters every year.
Yeah,
right. They have a contest and they get the best artists that they like that have made these posters, and then they're like, "Well, we're gonna vote on them, and the one that gets the most votes is the one we're gonna go with." Yeah. Why can't they do that with the jersey?
I don't know. It could be illegal things too. Like, okay, let's just say Joe Garcia wins. Then how much money do you?
Well, who's the one that designs these jerseys? That's what I want to know. Is it Nike?
Nike, yeah.
I mean, that Nike, that's the best you all got for us?
Apparently so.
Come on, man.
No, my favorite so far has been the Raptors.
The Raptors?
The dinosaur doing the Vince Carter.
Did you see the Grizzlies?
I have not seen the Grizzlies.
They're doing the throwback to, remember when they used to have the Grizzly, the actual bear?
Oh, like he has this ball in basketball?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That was the heyday back in the 90s.
Oh, they were the Vancouver Grizzlies.
The Vancouver Grizzlies, exactly. And then they had the Hornets and they had the Raptors. Yeah. Remember how cool those jerseys were back then?
Yeah, the Raptor had the pinstripes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then remember the Bobcats? The Charlotte Bobcats?
Oh, dude.
Orange and white, I think that
those
was
were ugly though, man. I didn't like that.
You know what? There's a forgotten, I mean, probably not forgotten, but there's a jersey, an alt jersey that doesn't really get brought up a lot as far as like level of like Spurs. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Remember the metallic silver? It looked like tinfoil.
Oh yeah.
Remember those? That? They had like maybe it was like a hot minute.
No, you know what happened?
Wore them quickly. I remember Tony Parker wore them. I mean, the team wore them, but it looked like foil.
Yeah, they were ugly. You know who actually designed some of those jerseys there?
Who's that?
For the Dallas Mavericks. I bet if you go back there and you remember they had these one jerseys that they wore that look almost like trash bags. Remember, they were so ugly. It was like a grayish or a silver color.
Yes, I think I remember. Yes,
I think if I remember correctly, my memory serves me correctly.
Trash bags.
They were designed by none other than the diddler himself, P. Diddy.
You're messing with me.
No, I'm not messing with you. Go back and look it up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, man.
Wow.
But they were so ugly. I think they only wore them like once or twice.
Same thing with the Spurs. They wore it was that. I remember it was like a very shiny fabric.
Yeah,
and they wore them like a quick second.
But I'm almost certain that Diddy didn't. I don't think designed the one for the Spurs, but he did. I think design the one for the Mavericks. I want to say.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's way back when.
Did you know what I never liked, and I know some Spurs fans like them? Remember the Chaps Spurs jersey? I never liked them.
Yeah, I never liked those,
Chap
dude.
ones. I get it, Dallas. They're Dallas roots. Remember San Antonio's not originally from San Antonio. They're from Dallas. That's where they came from.
That's when the great Red McCombs brought them over here, man.
On lease too. On loan, just to borrow them.
Yeah, and
see if it works.
They paid pennies on the dollar for it, dude. What an investment, man.
Great investment.
Yeah. So what I want
like the same thing with Dana White with the UFC.
Oh,
I think it was like nothing. Like he bought that for like. You think there's like pennies and pennies and pennies and pennies on the dollar?
Do you see they brought the guy back that he bought the UFC from? He put him in the Hall of Fame, the UFC Hall of Fame.
I didn't see that.
And they had like a ceremony, right? And the guy came back and he looked mad. They inducted him. They gave him his roses. Yeah. Dana White said, "Hey, man, thanks for everything you've done for, in the beginning of UFC and all that." And the guy just looked upset because he's missing out on probably billions of dollars now. It was a bad investment, but he didn't have money at the time. So he did what he could. Dana White didn't buy it all on his own. He had investors. But look at what it's become. And the news on the street was big news this week that broke. Dana White is now going to start getting into the boxing scene now.
See how that is.
So we don't know how it's going to look.
Don't like each other.
Oh my goodness, dude!
It's hilarious.
I like Oscar De La Hoya's clapbacks that he does. It's funny, dude. He was talking about Canelo this last one. Makes me laugh. But we're going to move on here, and we're going to go ahead and ask you as we start bringing things down and we start winding things down here. Expectations going into the new season. Will the Spurs make the play-in? I want your prediction as far as not only the record, but do you believe they're going to make the play-in? I'm going to put you on the hot seat.
I can feel it. I feel like the hot seats. I'm going to say they're going to get close.
They get close. 35?
No, I got them hovering around 40.
All right.
Yeah, 40. But think about it. That's a 22 win to a 40 win season.
That's a big leap.
Big leap. I know Vegas has them at 35, 36 wins, which still is a pretty good
Vegas
jump.
doesn't make mistakes.
Vegas doesn't make mistakes, but I got them flirting with it for sure. I think it'll come. And I envision a scenario like this, Joe, where it's like everyone's going to be like schedule watching. Like, okay, Spurs, they got to beat Dallas. And then you got to have Memphis and New Orleans lose.
Yeah. Okay?
And then this has to happen. And then something like that is going to happen for the Spurs to get in.
All the planets have to align perfectly,
Come down to something like that. So, but I hope they get in. I don't think nobody should be shocked if they make it, because I think this is a good team. They brought the right veterans in. CP and Harrison.
Floor leaders, generals out there.
They got generals here. No knock on Osman and McDermott and Devontae Graham, but they're not floor generals.
I like CP3 because he gets in your face if you mess up. He calls you out.
And sometimes I think this Spurs team needs nasty in them.
Yeah,
like on the court,
like Coach Pop used to say back in the day,
and like the Mario Ellies. The Jerome Kersey.
They got to have some dog in them. That's what that is, man.
I need some dog in these guys, but good thing they all have that. Barnes is a quiet dog. CP3 is a very bold
Remember
dog.
The Bruisers back in the day? Frank Burkowski, Antoine Carr, Mario Ellie, Dennis Rodman.
Man, look at you, Joe.
Terry Cummins. He liked to scrap it up sometimes too, man.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Monty. Remember Coach Monty now?
Well,
he got to fight a big one.
Yeah, at the Alamo Dome.
I was there for that game.
Did he fight Kobe?
They were scrapping it out right in the middle, center court, dude. The Spurs were getting blown out of the water. The fans were like bored to death. Then all of a sudden, this fight breaks out, and everybody's like, "Ooh!" It was great, man.
I heard nobody messes with you in the court, Joe.
Oh no, man. True? I'm all chill, dude. But if you want to mess, you want to find out. Don't step up.
Hey, Joe.
Don't step up.
All right, I'll be careful.
Because I ain't backing down.
All right, Joe.
I'm got some hood in me, dude. I'm very even keeled. But if you upset me, the switch will get flipped, and the hood comes out, dude. I got no control over it.
Good Joe. Don't mess with Joe. There's your lesson, everybody. Don't mess with Joe.
Don't F around and find out, because you'll be knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't play.
Hey, well, what about you? What do you think the Spurs? Are they going to flirt, or are they going to get in?
I think the Spurs are going to flirt with the plan. I think they're going to flirt. I think they're going to have a better season than they did previously.
They better.
I can't
go anywhere else but up after a 22-win season.
Yeah, and I have them right around maybe 35, 37 wins.
See, but that's not enough.
But that's the thing. Even though it might be 35 or 37 that I think that they might win, I don't think it's going to be enough to get them to the play-in.
At minimum, and this is being generous, 40 or more.
I know.
At minimum, which I think they can do. I think they can do it.
If they do, I mean, I'd be super happy, man. I'd be beyond thrilled, because how long has it been since Spurs fans have been privy to going to the Frost Center now, right? Used to be the AT&T Center, and experience a playoff game. The last time I went to a playoff game was when it was Manu Ginobili's last hurrah.
Yeah.
And I remember going to the games, and it was something, man. When you would go to the AT&T Center back then, I would get there early, and I would get in early because I knew people, and I got some connections. So they would let us out there, right? And I'd go out there, and I brought my son with me. And they're not supposed to let anybody out there in the fan zone area and all that, but I was there. And the usher's like, go ahead, man. Just sit down. So I got a really good seat for the game and all that because I wanted to be in that area. And they had like T-shirts, and they had like the Rowdy Rags, the Fiesta colored stuff and all that. Man, I got so much stuff back then. It was crazy, man. And I remember you would say, they don't give us anything as far as being members of the media. Yeah, I can't even get a shirt.
Hey, Joe, know what I learned right now doing this show with you? I learned that you have connections, that Spurs listen to your show. You don't want to mess around with Joe on the streets. You have a beer chest.
Oh, I do, dude, right there.
Beer thing. Joe, do we need an intervention, Joe?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, you're good? Okay, good.
In fact, I was going to invite you. Yeah. We're going to have to do this because I think Jimenez might go, and I want to see him go out there.
Go where?
We're going to go and plan. We plan on going to The Rock, right?
Okay, The Rock.
October 26th, because that's when they're going to have 80s nights on a Saturday. So they're going to have an 80s night, and they're going to have like an 80s band, like a Journey cover band over there. And they're encouraging the fans to dress up in 80s.
See, why can't they do that at the game?
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time, right? Because they're going to you can dress up in your 80s garb. You can dress up as Axl Rose if you want to. Wear the white bike shorts and everything, I know you're not going to do it.
I'll put on my Don Johnson.
Can you imagine Jimenez wearing that, dude? Oh, my God,
man,
dude.
Now, sorry about that. Everything, you got that in your head right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll go with my Don Johnson look.
With the blazer?
The blazer sleeves rolled up and the no socks on the loafers.
Oh, you could go as Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
So what do you need, like a puffy jacket? The puffy vest jacket?
The puffy jacket. The little jacket, remember? The one that looked like a life vest.
Yeah, life vest.
There you go.
He had Nikes, I think, right?
Nikes.
He had Nikes on there. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, fun. But
we'll try that, man. But it'll be fun to go out there. But either way, I think the Spurs are going to win anywhere from 35 to 37 games. I think they're going to flirt with the play-in, but it's not going to be enough to get in there. But these are going to be growing lessons for this team because with the veteran leadership that they have right now, they're going to instill these lessons and this knowledge into this young group. And hopefully that's going to translate to the younger core after the veterans leave, and see who's going to step up on this team and be that leader, because right now, this young crew, it didn't seem like anybody wanted to pick up that mantle.
Well, I think Devin wanted to. Devin, there's a minute there, I think, because if you go back last season, he kept on saying my team. He kept on saying it a lot. And then eventually we know whose team it really is.
Yeah,
Wemby's. But at that time, he's a teenager amongst guys that are older than him.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does. And I'll love to see him get more vocal out there.
Yeah, so we're going to close things out here now with our last segment.
Sure.
And I'm going to ask you the question, what will a new Spurs arena and a Mission Stadium mean for downtown's future growth?
Man.
And as we're talking about this Mission Stadium, news was breaking later today. Yeah. Well, what do you think?
Yeah. So, again, by the time y'all airs this, it would have happened last Friday night.
Yeah.
There was an article from the Austin Statesman that the Austin Baseball Commission, apparently got a baseball commission, they went ahead and are exploring expansion as Austin being a site for MLB. And I put it out there on social media and started a firestorm.
And there it is.
People debating. Yeah, there it is.
It says Texas may have the Rangers and the Astros, but the Austin Baseball Commission is pushing Austin as the next destination for MLB expansion. And what happened? What did the city council vote on? They voted to go ahead and build a new a AAA stadium downtown, right? why is it that we can never get another sports team here, professional sports team here?
It's a mixture of a lot of stuff. It's space downtown. Well, if they wanted,
they wanted to.
Yeah, then there's that.
But this is the tale that happens, right? With all these cities that want these sports venues all downtown. Every single city that has a great sports, layout downtown, the one thing they all have in common, they have disgruntled, let's say, people that live there, right? Mm-hmm. The people of the city. They're upset because what happens? In order to make way for these stadiums and the parking lots, they have to get displaced, right?
Yeah.
So they displace their homes. They have to bulldoze the homes. Wherever they were living, whether it be an apartment, a condo, it's gone. And that's what's happening with San Antonio right now. And if you're going to displace all these people for a AAA club, why not make it an MLB? Why not go after
Yeah, I think
MLB?
A lot of citizens in San Antonio are split on this. Like, there's some that say what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then there's some that say, well, you got to show Major League Baseball you'll do, So
let me ask you the glaring question, Jeff. Jimenez calls San Antonio a poor city. Mm-hmm. You've been around bigger cities, bigger markets.
I have.
How does San Antonio really stack up? I'm not telling you to call it a poor city by any means, but give it to me straight. Like San Antonio compared to New York.
That's unfair.
How does it stack up? I mean, New York,
unfair.
how many teams do they have?
Close to 2 decades.
But how many sports teams do they have, Jeff?
So shall we begin? It's the Rangers, it's the Islanders, the Knicks, it's the Nets, the Giants.
Goes on and on and on.
But it's unfair to compare San Antonio to New York.
It's not New York, It's not.
It's not New York. Trust me. It's not New York. I'm going to miss New York now. But
you're going to shed a little tear.
Now.
You're going to miss those sandwiches.
Gee, I love those sandwiches there. But anyway, yes, it's unfair. And I think San Antonio wants to be that sleepy big town. When I came back after, again, nearly spending 20 years in New York City.
Yeah.
There were some times where I was crawling up the wall. Like, man, it's too quiet.
Yeah.
It's too quiet here. Like, where's the life?
There's nothing to do.
I would go from my apartment in New York City, and you have these double doors. So there's a door to get into the lobby, then a door to get out. And then there's like a baby lobby and then the big lobby. So you would do 1, 2, and the moment you open up that second set of doors,
you're on the street.
Jesus, craziness. And it's alive. It's electric. San Antonio is different. It's just a different vibe here. And
it's quiet.
I think I'm already resigned to the fact I don't think NFL will ever come here.
When you look at it, Jeff,
I think they got a shot at MLB, I think they got a shot at MLS if they want to try that.
I don't know, man.
Disaster with Austin again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think you got to have strong city leadership.
You have to have big companies.
You got to have big companies that come to San Antonio.
USA, HEB, they ain't going to cut it, man.
Frost Bank, ain't going to cut it either.
They sold their building.
That big one downtown?
Mm-hmm. It's up for sale, yeah.
Like the mirror window?
Yeah, the new one? Yeah. It's up for sale.
So nobody got in there? They didn't.
I don't know what happened, but I know they put it up on the market.
You're going to buy it, right?
No. Heck no.
You're going to buy it.
Heck no.
Oh. Man, it's a good location, too. It's a good location.
But it's on the market. We don't have big sponsorship right here, right? Mm-hmm. So you have
Dell. Would you consider Dell is pretty big?
Dell's pretty big, but
that's pretty big.
But they're not based in San Antonio, man. That's an Austin product.
As long as he's willing to fork the money over to San Antonio versus
Austin. they coaxed him into doing it. Hey, come over here.
I think he got Airbnb ownership as well.
Yeah, he's got money, man. But the thing is that San Antonio doesn't have these big sponsors, to be attractive. And the other problem to that as well is the infrastructure, the airport, man. Our airport is awful, Jeff.
Yeah, Southwest is threatening to leave.
Truthfully, we fly, right? Me and you fly a lot. If you're going to fly anywhere out of the state, what do we have to do? We have to get a connecting flight where?
Austin,
Dallas, Houston. Yeah. Right? And you have to go over there and you got to wait another hour or two, then get on your flight and then you can go. Yeah. But there's not a lot of direct flights out of San Antonio, nor are there a lot of direct flights coming to San Antonio. Some of those flights that you have to get a connecting flight to, Denver Airport, St. Louis,
Chicago,
South Carolina, North Carolina Airport, Florida, you know, it's like it takes too much work to get here, you know. So is that attractive to somebody coming from New York wanting to come over here, and you can just get one flight nonstop to other places except for San Antonio?
And San Antonio is the 7th largest city, supposedly.
I mean,
no, not supposedly they are, but
the airport leaves much to be desired. I've gone to the St. Louis airport. Right.
I've been there too, yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. And I went to the Kansas airport, right? My son was living in Kansas. Went to go visit him during the summertime. The Kansas airport is Kansas. It's a small city, right? The airport was a lot better than San Antonio's. Wow. I went in there and I was like, this place is so clean, man. Like, it looks so nice and modern. And then you come back home to the San Antonio airport and you're like, I went back in time. It was like Back to the Future, Jeff.
I know.
1983, 1985.
I'm glad you brought that up too. Now, not about the airport and everything, but I mean, kind of like thinking like 80s and everything. You know, 80s night and everything. I was shocked. I don't know if you saw this the other day where there's still existing a Bell's store. That threw me off. And you know what else is still, to my knowledge, there's only one because I just saw the one.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, Joe. Brace yourself. You know, there's still a Mr. Gaddy's in San Antonio.
I think there's just one left.
I remember driving past it like, am I back in the 80s? Because I'm going to love this if I hit a time loop.
Which location was it at?
I don't remember. It was in San Antonio.
It might be that old location that's way out there by like the medical center.
But it's still operational.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not necessarily the building is there, but it's operational.
Yeah.
So, what? Like, why? Like, how did it survive?
Man, I remember when it used to be a thing, man, but not anymore. They used to have a good buffet.
There was one near Ingram Mall, right?
Yeah, they used to have one right around the corner from where I live, right here.
Yeah, I remember that.
But they shut that one down.
What was the pizza place that was next to Joe's Volcano? Remember there was a pizza? It was a Mr. Gaddy's.
It was Mr. Gaddy's, but
Mr. Gaddy's
they had
Volcano.
Chuck E. Cheese that was there.
There was a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, there was a Chuck E. Cheese there. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. It was
the Chuck E. Cheese that's in that parking lot.
Yeah, it was in the parking lot. Yeah, I remember it was Joe's Volcano, and then in that parking lot there was a pizza spot. And I don't know why I'm thinking it was a
Chuck E. Cheese. And then if you're in the medical center area, like further down from there, you're gonna have like Garibaldi's or something like that. No, it was a Caparelli's. That's what it was. Garibaldi's is a Mexican restaurant over here off of 90.
You know, now I moved back. I live downtown now.
Yeah,
like right in the heart of downtown. And not supposedly, it opened. There is a new pizza spot down there that is supposed to be mimicking New York style.
Can you get a slice of pie for $1?
I went. And I had my bar was up here.
You went, no.
I lived there for 20 years. I know what a New York pizza tastes like. It should look like and should taste like and should feel.
Yeah.
And it got close.
It
wasn't spot on. It was close. It was close. They nailed it. It wasn't cheap though. Like the dollar.
I remember you were telling me, it's like, man, when you go out, Joe, and you're having a good night out there with your friends and you need something to eat, you're walking home, you get a slice of pie for $1.
We would party on 3rd Avenue, and for like a year-ish, I lived in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so we would live on East 55th Street, but you would have to go to 3rd Avenue, so you would cut across and then go down. So you're going down towards on the island. And then there's this strip of bars. It's just one after another, and it's alive. It's electric.
And these are big city blocks.
Yeah, big city. Yeah. New York, when they say a New York block is a New York block. It's massive. But so what we would do, and remember, there's no closing time in New York.
Yeah.
I partied until 7 in the morning.
The city that never sleeps.
I mean, they want you to stay there so bad, they whitewash the windows so you don't see the sunlight. I'm not kidding you. That's what they do. So I went to one of those bars where they whitewash the windows. Yeah. And it's in that area of 3rd Avenue. It's expensive. So you gotta watch how you spend. There. But so what we would do is we would tell the doorman, like, hey, we're just gonna get some to eat. So you would just hop to a pizza place, grab a slice, eat it, and go back in. I remember one time
fold it in half,
eat, talk and eat, and go back in. That's what you would do, and because you find ways to save money. Yeah, dollar slice. Yeah, give me 2 of them. Yeah. So you would do that, and I remember that night in that one bar, we were at a different bar at that night, and we were already getting toasty. and my friend and his girlfriend were. I was third wheel.
Yeah.
And me and my friend were there, and his girlfriend were there. He went to the bathroom. I was still drinking, and I remember we lost her.
Oh man!
And it was nothing bad. She just walked away. And I remember I'm there looking at the bartender. It is jam-packed, shoulder to shoulder, and I feel somebody grab my wrist, and I turn around, and it's her. She goes, "We got to go now. We got to go now."
Yeah.
So we get out, and we go to a different block in that Third Avenue branch, so one of the East Streets. And to this day, I blacked out. I don't have any memory. The last thing I remember is going inside. She got us into some exclusive party. She sweet talked the doorman.
Yeah.
And they let her boyfriend, and me in. And I remember I remember coming into there, I'm noticing the whitewashed windows. Now by this time it's already 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's late. And you would go down like as if if you're going to a basement, but it's not a basement. You just went like a flight down, and it was this massive dance floor, massive. And then they had a long bar that stretched across. So we're going, and then there's bouncer there, and one bouncer thought my friend that he was a bouncer. They just thought he was a bouncer.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hey, you got to go upstairs to keep an eye on things," and he rolled with it. So we went upstairs. So now we go went from street level down, big pit. Then we go back up to the street level. Then you go up another flight of stairs. And we're now in another VIP lounge.
Wow.
And we're looking down on the dance floor. And they really thought that he was a bouncer. So they gave us a private booth, a private seat, and they had a hookah in there.
Oh, man.
And that's when I blacked out. I don't
remember
anything. I remember we hit the hookah, and that was it. And then I recall getting off the car, the cab, and I remember looking around in my apartment like, what time is it?
How did I get here?
How did I get here? And I passed out in the hallway when he opened the door. God. I just closed it and I went straight down. I knocked out.
Sounds like a good time, man.
6 in the evening. And that was probably but that just tells you how much you can't compare New York City to San Antonio. San Antonio closes at 2. New York stays open. The policy over there is we don't stop the party until y'all stop the party.
It keeps going.
Keep it. You're buying. We're staying open. That's it.
Yeah.
And when they say New Yorkers play hard, work hard, party hard, I've experienced it.
And they're not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a totally different scene.
Yeah, you can't compare the two.
Totally different.
See, now I want to go back. See ya, Joe. Laters.
Man.
Bye, everybody. Going back.
There we go. Going back. Yeah. But either way, man, I just think that, at the end of the day, I don't know if it'll be in the cards for San Antonio. I do hope at some point in time they can get another professional sports team in here. I would love it to be an NFL team, but who knows? I don't think it's ever going to happen. But we can dream, So as we bring
how many semi-pro leagues have gone up and gone?
Oh man, can you imagine? You can count talons. You had the gunslingers from old. They made a resurgence now. Gunslingers. But there was a bunch of them, man.
The commanders.
Commanders. That I thought was going to have some legs, and it just fell apart. Didn't even last one season, Jeff.
The Brahmas, they're still hanging in there.
I mean, I think they're on life support. That whole league is on life support. The Rock made an announcement and said they're coming back for season 2, but I don't think he made any money. He was in the red.
And then they got that new IFL team that's coming up, that International Football League in Mexico and the United States. So there's another one's going to be coming up soon. So we'll see. Yeah, but I know you want to wrap up the show. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I said we're going to start bringing things to a close here. And as we do, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to let us know what you're working on here, because I know you're doing something else over here on the, behind the scenes. I tried
to hook you up. Remember that night I texted you?
Yeah.
I was like, Joe, are you going to go? Are you going to go? And you didn't respond. I go, Joe, are you going to go? And you went like, yeah, I'm going. And I go, did you get them yet? The tickets? And went, I went, oh. So yes, the big Texas Comic-Con. Yeah. That's coming up next very soon. Less than 20 days or a little over 20 days.
Yeah. I thought you were going to have it on screen for us already.
Oh, well, yeah, I can pull it up. Yeah. Let me see if I can do some tech here, everybody. So Joe was teaching me before we got here how to operate this. I know how to operate a laptop, everybody. It's just, you don't know. First of all, Joe, should we be surprised it's not catching on fire yet?
I'm surprised it hasn't blown up.
Hasn't blown up. It was about to right now. Okay, they say we'll pretend like I didn't make a mistake. Ready?
You're
2, 1. Hey, Joe, can you pull up my screen and show?
There you go.
See how you can do it, everybody. Round of applause.
There you go.
I will be hosting Big Texas Comic Con. This will be my 3rd year hosting it, and
you got Frodo Baggins there, man.
The Frodo Baggins is going to be there. I basically what I am. I'm the city's ambassador to this thing, as dubbed by Mayor Ron Nirenberg. You saw the tweet, Joe. Don't act like you didn't see it.
I saw it.
And what I do is I host it. So pretty much you'll see me on the grounds before the panels, talking, guiding people. Hey, go here, go there. I love it because as much as I love the Spurs, and if y'all seen Locked On Spurs, I'm a big nerd, and I'm proud of it. I wear it like a badge of honor.
There you go, Turtles.
Turtles will be there, in the 90s movie. So I kind of mingle with the fans, walk around, everything. So y'all see me out there, y'all go. Don't feel the need to not stop me, and I'll talk to y'all. But this year I am hosting all the panels except for one.
No.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to do the Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, come on. That's going to be my favorite one, man.
That's what I'm not doing. But I am, you see on your screen here, I am hosting the Cobra Kai panel.
There you go.
And there it is right there. I'm hosting the Cobra Kai right there. I'm also hosting, as soon as it's over here, I'm hosting the Sons of Anarchy panel. I am hosting the next one's coming up, hosting the Harry Potter panel. So, hosting the next one. I'm hosting the Mayans panel. So I'm pretty much, yes. And then wait for the next slide. Well, check this out. I'm actually hosting the Blues Clues panel. I'm not kidding. There's going to be a Blues Clues panel, and a panel that I'm going to host. And this is a big one for me, the 90s.
Daredevil.
So just a heads up, everybody. Charlie Cox is not doing a panel. Okay. Nor is the Punisher, John Berthel, not doing a panel. They're just there to sign autographs or take photos. So so I'll be hosting all the panels. So it starts Friday, October 11th through 11, 12, 13. I do have, as of now, one free pass.
There you go.
For Friday night only. For Friday night only, I do have a pass. I'm going to be thinking of a contest soon.
Okay.
So we'll see. Just keep an eye on my social media X. That's all I'm at Jeff G Spurs on X. But I do have one. Let me make it very clear. One on Friday night only. So that I would love to give to somebody, some nerd out there who just embraces that genre, and it's gonna be fun. Joe, I know, Joe, you're going.
I'm going.
You're gonna be able to see me at some panels, hosting it. My favorite one so far that I've hosted was the Mandalorian panel last year.
Oh yeah,
I shared the stage with Carl Weathers, rest in peace. If y'all watch Locked On Spurs, the Armorer, she's on there. She's on Locked On Spurs, and she greets everybody on Locked On Spurs. We had her there, Emily Swallow. I had the voice of Vegeta.
Oh, nice. I remember him. Yeah.
He did a spot for Locked On Spurs.
Yeah. You see what I'm wearing right now? My hat.
Boba Fett, right?
Boba Fett.
Yeah. You're going to go, right? You're going, right?
I'm going.
What day are you going?
Saturday.
Oh, that's the hot night. That's the hot day.
I'm going to be there early, and I'm going to stay as long as I can,
Well, my hosting job starts at 1 o'clock that day.
Okay.
So I usually get there about an hour and a half before.
Yeah.
So I walk the grounds, greet people and everything.
I'll probably try to go leave the house around 10 or so. But by the time I find parking and all that, it'll probably be closer to 11:30, and then we'll make our way over there. I like to go and do the panels and all that and listen in, but I don't like taking my kids and going to the merch, buying all that merch. I mean, man, you go to a couple of those.
I have to carve out time for myself. I usually I'll have like an hour break.
Man, I like everything though.
Mostly, and I'll use that hour break either to 30 minutes to eat, 30 minutes to shop, and then go back to the hosting.
Have you seen the artwork that they have? It's like a metal. It's like etched metal.
I didn't hear you say it again.
That they have it. It's like artwork, right? It's an artwork, right? That they'll have, and they'll have like a poster, and it's a poster size like Boba Fett or something, right? Or Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and it looks so cool. Like looks really nice, shiny and all that, and it's all like made out of metal. And they're like $200-$300, dude. I was like,
oh, but that's pocket change for you, right?
I'm just like, man, they look nice. I want to buy it, but I mean, my kids, man, they always tapping me out.
Well, so I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. It's so funny. Even the Spurs know when I'm not at media. They know where I'm at. I've had them text me, be like, "We know you're doing your nerd stuff today."
Yeah.
But no, that. So that's going to be my first hosting job. I have a couple more. the day before Comic-Con, there's going to be a film festival. And this is, Joe, I'm surprised you haven't gone. You're not going to get tickets to this one.
Yeah.
It's called the Chicana, but it's not spelled CH. It's XI, like that. No, the X is also the heart CH. It's was put on by Manuel Solis.
Yeah.
He runs, he's part of The Current. And this year he tapped me to be the host for opening night ceremonies only.
Oh, nice.
So, but the cool thing, why did he tap me to do it?
Yeah.
Because this year's theme are Mexican directors of science fiction movies.
Oh, nice.
So I already saw the lineup. It's going to be pretty cool. I'll drop a little hint. There's a chance on Sunday night of that film festival. I won't be there, but this may change my mind. That the star of the Blue Beetle might be there.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a Solo,
Solo,
Maduro, some of that.
Yeah, and I have a Blue Beetle Funko Pop right there. You see it?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I would take it with you. Did you get it autographed at either Big Texas or the thing there? Have it here. Cholo. Oh, here it is. Maridueña. There we go.
Yeah.
There's a chance he could be there for the third night. Why? Because there's going to be a free screening of Blue Beetle.
Oh, nice,
so
dude.
There's a possibility he might be there. So if you just go on Google and search San Antonio Film Fest. Yeah. Oh, Joe, let me see if I can do it.
Go ahead.
Let's see if I have it. Do I have to tell you to take off my screen?
No,
or
I can take it off if you want me to. We don't have to watch when you're searching. I don't have. You're not Jimenez, dude.
Why is that? Oh,
I was like, hey, what are you looking for, man?
Has he ever?
Hey, he's done some questionable stuff, man. Bro, what are you looking for, man?
What have you seen?
Oh man, I'll tell you off screen, bro. Man, that boy's. I had to clear my search history when he's here, man.
Is this like a guest laptop that people use?
This is a laptop that we use here for the studio. It's a high-end laptop.
It's very nice. Joe, it may not be here when I leave because I'm taking it. Let me see. Fan Festival, October, I think it's October 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can't even type now. October 23 or 2024, here we go. Solis, that's his last name. Let's see if it pops up. We'll find it. But no, I'm looking forward to that too. I've never hosted a film festival.
Oh, that's different. That's cool.
Film festival there. Not yet, Joe. Trying to get it here. Let me put in another keyword.
There you go. They'll find it. I know you'll find it eventually.
Go, Jeff. Go. Let's see if we can find it here. I think it's going to be on the. A part of it is going to be. What's the name of that theater on the west side?
The Mayan.
No, not the. Is it the Mayan?
Which one on the west
Guadalupe,
side?
that's right.
No, the Guadalupe Theater.
Guadalupe,
Okay.
Yeah. It's just going to be an awesome night. The directors are going to be there. People, go there. It's just going to be fun, but it's very nerdy. It's going to be science fiction films. But do you like science fiction science fiction shorts? I mean, this is where they are. They're science fiction.
They do Fantastic Fest, right? Yeah. And that's a whole bunch of independent short films and all that kind of stuff over in Austin. My friends are always going there and they're always asking me to go, hey man, we'll get you credentials and stuff, but I can never go because I'm always busy working, but hopefully maybe next year I can get some time off and I'll go over there and check it out. It'd be cool for you to ride along, man, if you want to come.
Where's this one at?
In Austin. No, it's in Austin. It's called Fantastic Fest. So that's all they do. It's just like horror, science fiction, all that stuff, man. And they got a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's pretty cool.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was able to help out, the film festival.
Yeah.
And marry the film festival with Big Texas.
Oh,
so
cool.
basically, if you go to Big Texas, you'll see a booth, the film festival there, and they're promoting it there. I got the name of it here. If I could just find it. He sent it to me. I can't find it, Joe, but it's all right.
It's all right.
Or maybe I can. Hang on. I just need a.
We're giving you another chance.
Hey, Joe, take over for a while.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's called. Okay, here we go. I found. See, everybody, I can do it.
I had faith in you, Jeff.
The Raza Cosmica.
Okay.
That's the name of it. It's called Raza Cosmica.
I like the name.
Now I can find it for you, Joe.
I like the name.
Yeah. Yeah, and the logo was like some guy's head inside a bubble, like an astronaut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got to take you out here with me one weekend, dude. I'm going to take you to my friend's anime store.
Hey, Joe, just pretend like I got it the first try. Hey, Joe, I got it here for you.
Oh, yeah, you got it the first try.
All right, Joe. There it is.
Raza Cosmica.
There it is. See, it starts the day before Big Texas. See, there's that. She connects. That's it. She connects. Versus Aliens. So that'll be the first movie. So that's the big night there. So yeah, I'll be hosting that as well. So good times. A lot of nerd stuff, Joe, coming up. And then, of course, I am hosting the San Antonio Big Winter Comic-Con, which is Kawakan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be hosting that one, but that's still ways away. But, yeah, looking forward to that. And, of course, Locked On Spurs.
There you go.
Locked On Spurs will still be there. Joe comes on every once in a while. Especially now. Well, you used to come on a lot, but you've had a dramatic.
I've been busy working.
Yeah. You had a big change.
But you know, I
get people asking me how come Joe's not. I'm like, not for lack of trying. I try.
I'm busy working. Like now, I work for the federal government.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I have a lot of duties.
Yeah.
That
how come I have to go through a metal detector and fill out an NDA and all that stuff because you're with the federal government?
Yeah, man. I got my little neuralizer to flash you.
I better get out of here then.
MIB style, man.
Out of here. But anyway. Yeah, so Joe comes on every once in a while. Locked On Spurs back to 5 week. Try to keep it short.
5 days a week,
but it gets rough.
I think we're gonna have to do a joint show here with Locked On and the 210 podcast.
Bad idea.
And what I was thinking, like I keep telling you, the idea is we're gonna do it as like an X Spaces where it's just audio only, and we give an opportunity for the fans to come in and ask some questions, and we can keep it like, hey, ask us something for a minute. We're moving on.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, I have to tell guests sometimes when they're Locked On Spurs, like, I have to keep it moving. So if I cut you off, I'm nothing personal. We just got to keep on going.
Yeah, keep on moving. Yeah,
bite sized.
But I think that would be fun. And I wanted to take this show on the road. And the next time that I'm going to take it on the road, the first destination is going to be one of my friend's places that he has. He's a store owner of an anime store.
Oh, yeah?
And they're big into San Japan and all that stuff here.
Yeah,
it's an arcade. He has an arcade there in his store where they have Japanese arcade cabinets. I'll take you there.
All right, fine.
And it's just a secret right now. But you know what?
Everybody.
I helped design the logo on the front of the store.
Is that a Jimenez tall too?
No. I really did. Okay. And you can ask him. Yeah, I helped him design it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because he was telling me, man, I want to open my own anime shop. Mm-hmm. And I was working at USAA with him at the time. This is my good friend, Richard. Get on. And he was right across the cubicle from me. So I got a napkin, I remember, and I was writing, trying to design something for him. And I made this logo, right? And this font. And they use the font now on the storefront.
Good for you, Joe.
And he calls it Joe Font because I designed it for him.
Joe Font. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm like the Godfather over there, man.
Oh, well, do I have to kiss your rings or anything
Maybe
like that?
to get in, man.
Yeah, look at that. But anyway, yeah. So make sure to follow me on X, everybody, at Jeff G Spurs Zone. Covering the Spurs for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Locked On Spurs is going through a technical change right now, so I'm not liking that. But the nerd wall will be coming down. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss it.
There you go.
What else we got? So yeah, kens5.com/Spurs. That's where you find all the stuff. The Keldon Johnson sneaker articles there. We got Locked On Spurs again, but this is airing on Monday, so it'll drop today. We'll be covering the season, training camp, media days right around the corner too. We'll see which player comes on Locked On Spurs on media day, so that'll be fun to see. And but if I can request one though, I'm going to try to get the nerd angle.
Gotcha.
Because I've been trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
Is either Zach Collins, who's a big nerd.
Oh yeah, no
doubt. Some of the Spurs players tell me like, yeah, you want to talk to him for that stuff, or Blake Wesley. He's also another big nerd.
You know who else is into like all that kind of stuff? Wemby.
Oh man, they ain't gonna give me Wemby. They ain't gonna. You got to be either like NBA TV, ESPN, French big time media to get him 1-on-1.
But you know who's good friends with Wemby?
Joe Garcia.
Mamo.
Oh,
he works at a Jesse James Leha's gym, man.
Oh yeah. They do that. Yeah, they do that. But
maybe if you were there, just happened to be there, and you.
Oh, Jesse James Leha, his family.
Hey, and you just asked Wemby, hey man.
Yeah. His son married into my family, so
yeah. And I saw that Jesse James is doing his own podcast now. It's good for him.
Oh, good for him. I didn't know that. Oh, good stuff.
I just saw it the other day on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because sometimes he'll text me and like he goes, "Oh, I didn't mean to text you that stuff." Like, so I think I have bad tech issues. Yeah. Or he'll text me and be like, wait, who am I talking to? He'll be like that.
Yeah.
But regardless, no. So good stuff ahead. But more importantly, Joe, good luck on Area 210.
Oh, thank you, man. It was nice having you here to kick start this thing back up.
Yeah.
You know, light the fires again.
Again, this place is awesome, man.
Yeah,
this place is awesome. I saw when it was just bare bones.
Bare bones, yeah.
Like, I love how the camera picks up my freaking colic, though.
Look
at that colic there.
You look fine, Jeff.
Colic there. I got two colics. I got the one right here, and I got one in the back.
But thank you so much, Jeff, for donating your time to come out here on a Friday evening so we can go ahead and record this show. I really appreciate it, man. No problem.
Anytime. And good luck to you. Good luck to Area 210. And everybody subscribe to Area 210. Do it now.
Yeah, and also make sure you subscribe to Locked On Spurs. Push him way past 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Ask him to show him his Zach Collins jersey.
No, man.
It's hanging over there.
It's in the garbage.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll move on, Joe.
All right. Well, until next time, for Jeff Garcia, I'm Joe Garcia. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Area 210 podcast. We look forward to cranking out some new episodes. So that's about all the time we have for today's episode. So until next time, we'll see you boys later. We're out. Peace.